What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Sport Update. This is Johnny coming at you with a West Ham Chelsea review for the Premier League that went final about 15 minutes ago or so, maybe 20 by the time I get this up on YouTube. But I'm going to be just talking about the game briefly, hopefully not too long. But a huge win for West Ham United, who needed the win. You know, they're in the mid group. They're not going to fall back, it doesn't look like. So they needed this win. They haven't beat Chelsea since 2003, and Chelsea really needed the win, but they ended up losing after being so dominating in the first half. First half, Torres with an assist to Juan, who put it away with the simple finish into the corner of the net, and Torres looked good early on. Juan made an impact on the game in the first half at least. After they missed him against Fulham and they didn't start him, and they really needed him, the caliber player he is and the playmaking skill he has. So in the first half, they could have scored 2 or 3 goals, maybe more. They had chances that they didn't cash in on, which is a bad thing for them, because if they cashed in, they wouldn't have lost this game, or they would have tied. But they had the opportunities, and they couldn't cash them in. They couldn't make the most of them, and that's what cost the team, you know, throughout the game. Because going into halftime, with such a dominating half, they only had a 1-0 lead. And then the second half, West Ham was completely changed. In the first half, they looked dead. They didn't look good. They really didn't have good stints of football. And the second half was completely different, and Chelsea looked like the team that was completely different. They weren't there as if they were in the first half. West Ham just completely exploded in the second half. Their stadium was going nuts after Cole scored a goal. He was dribbling over Ivanovic in the box. It wasn't a powerful header, but he had enough to get on it and get it past Cech into the corner of the net as well. And he tied the game 1-1, and after that, Chelsea was stunned, and West Ham was on, walking on clouds, because the stadium was on, just eruption mode. They were just screaming. They were going crazy at home, watching their team tie against Chelsea, who's one of the best in the Premier League. And then it gets better for them, because Diame puts in a rifle shot a few minutes after that, maybe 10 or so minutes later in the second half, to put them up 2-1, and everything was falling apart for Chelsea. Even more stunned. They have to come back. Before that second goal, or I believe it was after the second goal, if I'm not mistaken, but Hazard had a shot, and the goalkeeper saved it for West Ham. Torres had a chance to put it back in, but he did not put it back in. He didn't really get a lot of power on the rebound, so it's always going to fall back on him, because he's their striker. He's their lone striker, and they're going to say he has to score goals. But I'm just not going to go there right now. I'm not going to put any blame on him. His job is to score goals, but you can't just expect it to be easy. You go yourself out there and try it. So I don't know. Well, that's another topic for another day. We'll see how that goes. But after that, Cole had an amazing game for West Ham. He was eventually subbed out late in the game, and then Maiga comes on for West Ham, and in the 92nd minute, there was 4 minutes of extra time. Chelsea was still trying to pull for that second goal, and they did not eventually get that goal. They didn't get it. They were trying, and it just wasn't like the first half. Nothing was coming to them. West Ham was applying pressure. They were getting the ball. They were forcing turnovers, and they made the most of their chances. And in the 92nd minute, as I was saying, Maiga scores another bullet off a Cech save. He punched it out. No one was near to clear it out, and Maiga was right there to shoot in another rifle shot, and it was 3-1. The stadium was like completely erupted. The fans were going crazy. Chelsea fans were stunned. Chelsea fans are passionate, and I know they're always going to be behind their team, but they were just stunned. Chelsea, the squad itself, was stunned. Letting away a 1-0 lead go is just not good for them. They needed the 3 points, and so did West Ham, but they just needed to stay in the mid-card. They need to survive, and they will, I'm pretty sure. They're a good team. When Andy Carroll comes back, he's a good player. He's going to help the team a lot. There's a lot of potential with Nolan. He had a pretty good game. Cole, if he stays up there. Diame, and they have Taylor. So they're a good team, and I'm not completely shocked that they won against Chelsea at home, but they haven't won in 9 years, and Chelsea, after tying the first 2 games under Benitez, I thought they would come back stronger. And they just let that 1-0 lead go. So Chelsea's still at 3rd place with 26, but West Brom and Man City And Manchester United are going to be playing later today. Actually, the game just started right now as I'm talking between Everton and Man City. So I'm going to be making a video on that right after this one. Well, right after the game's over. So let me know what you guys thought of West Ham beating Chelsea. It was very entertaining and action-packed in the second half. And that's what football fans want to see. I know that's what I like to see. So a great win for West Ham, and Chelsea's really struggling, and they need to pick it up. It's not looking good for Benitez already. Torres not scoring goals. So let me know what you guys think down below. Again, there's no biased opinions toward any of these squads. It's just a good football game for West Ham. The majority of it was best for West Ham as they get the 3-1 win over Chelsea, a struggling Chelsea. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I need 2 more to 100. That would be great. And that's it. See you guys later.